Hey, what's up everybody? Tobin here, 5M Family Homestead channel. Today's video, I'm going to show y'all a little bit about our homestead side hustle that we have. So we have on our channel, if you go way back, we have a lot of videos specifically on doing skull mounts, on different methods and different processes in doing that. We have a playlist that shows all those videos. If you're interested in those, go back and check them out. But more recently, our channel has kind of focused more on homesteading and our home and our property and projects that we have here and the animals that we have and raise for food and for our chickens, for eggs, things like that. So, but a lot of people, so recently over the last few months, it's gotten to be deer season, and we've been kind of incorporating in some of our side business into videos, and people have shown some interest. So we decided we would kind of give you all a video just about that and kind of explain what we do if you don't know already, and maybe hopefully inspire you to start your own side hustle. Not necessarily what we're doing, but maybe something that you're interested in, that's a part of your life that you could actually turn into a income to make money. That's kind of what we did, and so we're going to show you kind of how we did it and where we're at today. Alright, so if you don't know, we have a side business, a side hustle, and we do taxidermy. It's not what most people traditionally think of as taxidermy. What we do is we take a deer head, and the customer gives it to us, and we give them back a deer skull. We remove the hide and the meat from it and clean it thoroughly and give it back to the customer. It is completely 100% cleaned, and it's not gross or smelly or anything like that when we give it back to them. It's something you could put on your dinner table and then move it and eat off that table when you're done. So right over here, so this is what we do. We take deer heads like this, and then when we're done with them, they look like this. So this started out close to a decade ago, 9 years ago. I had to go back and look to know exactly, but roughly a decade we've been doing this. It started out just wanting to do this for myself and for a couple buddies, and kind of sparked my interest, like, hey, there's a need for this, and could we turn this into, you know, a side business? So the first year I did one or two maybe. Next year did a few more. Next year did a few more, and then by, you know, probably 5 years ago, I think I did 50 heads in 1 year. And I was like, wow, it's crazy, you know. And the money was nice. It helped, you know, pay for hunting stuff, and the boys were getting into hunting, so we had extra money to help with that. And so then over the last 4 or 5 years, it has really snowballed and really grown. And last year we did somewhere between 400 and 500 heads, and had a guy that worked for us probably 25 hours a week. He's worked for us for the last 3 years. The first year he worked with me in the evenings, and then last year he worked a few days, and then he's back working for us this year, working a couple of evenings. And we have another guy that's working for us as well. All the boys and Sarah work for us probably 6 or 8, 10 hours a week, helping do stuff. We pay them really well. We pay the guys that work for us really well. And at the beginning of last season, Shanna actually quit her part-time job that she had at the church, working in their child care program they had, and she actually we decided for her to quit that job, and that way she could focus on doing this full-time during the season. It's not full-time year-round, it's just full-time during hunting season. So and she's also started to focus more when it's not hunting season on our YouTube channel. That is another side hustle of ours. We do make a small amount of revenue from YouTube as well, and Facebook not yet, but we're getting closer with Facebook to make some revenue off that. So but that's kind of the history of it and where we're at today. It's something that we've grown and haven't acquired any debt in doing so. We've grown it organically and slowly, and been able to upgrade things as we need them, and add tools and equipment that we need. And then the next big step for us, which is going to be a very large step, we're going to have to upgrade and get a bigger shop, a bigger area to work in. Right now, I'll take you out here in a minute and show you kind of where we work and what it is. It's really close to our house. Now, most of what we do doesn't stink for the most part. You know, if you go around cows and horses and you've never been around cows and horses, you might say they stink. People that own cows and horses don't notice that smell at all. Probably the same thing with us. There is some smell and some odor involved, but to us it doesn't smell. If you've never been around it before, it might be something you would notice, but nonetheless, we've got to get it moved away from our house and have a bigger area. So that is our next big step. This year we're probably going to be around 500 heads again this year, I'm guessing, based upon what we've done already. It's a few weeks before Christmas and it's been busy as ever. So Shanna has taken over a ton more responsibility, especially with me starting this new job. She's handling most of the customers that come in. From the time they call to the time they drop the head off, she's handling them. She's doing a lot of other stuff. We've changed up a lot of our process this year quite a bit, and I plan on doing a few videos in the next month or two on showing some of the things we've changed. I still have tons of people that comment on videos that are a year or two old that I made, asking questions, and a lot of those processes we don't even use anymore. They still work, but we just changed things up, so plan on doing that for y'all as well. So I'm going to kind of take y'all outside and show y'all what kind of how we set things up. So obviously this is our house right here. This is our carport. So last year at the end of the season, we added, the season before, we added this little shed here to have more room, and we've by far outgrown that. I'll show you all here in a minute. We've had to start keeping a lot of these buckets we use right here and all those propane burners we use right there. Had to start storing those out here for now, and a lot of our power washers and stuff like that. But basically we will set those propane burners up, and we have pots. We have several of them, more like this one right here, and we'll set them up right here, and then we hook the power washers up, and we will boil the deer heads. So we will boil the heads in those tubs, and then we use the power washer to remove the flesh from the deer. It's much easier to do it with power washer, especially as many as we're doing. So we'll set that all up right here, and we're all in the driveway, and like I said, it's right next to the house, so we've got to get that situated. I installed a drain right here. Most of the water hits that drain and then goes out to our ditch to help keep that away from the house. But it's not ideal to be doing this many this close to the house, but for now we're stuck here. So I was telling you about the shed. Let's go over here, I'll show you what it looks like. We keep, as you can tell, we have propane bottles spread around. That one's not working. We got to get it changed out. It's brand new, and I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't work. Here's the shed. So these heads on this side are all soaking in water, and we will be working on those tomorrow and the next day. These heads right here are ones we picked up from customers, and those will get skinned today, and then they will go in water just like these are, and they will stay in that water for a few days before we work on them. You can tell we've got pots hanging up. This little shed is maxed out on room. So as you can tell, this is a little, like, I don't know, 8 by 12 shed or 10 by 12 or something like that. I don't know how big it is. I never even measured it. I bought it used and had it moved here. And then our little shop right here is 15 by 15. So as we're working on the heads and we're whitening them, we have to go through a process, and we'll have tables set up in our shop, and you can't even hardly move around in there, especially if we have a lot going on. So we got to come up with something to alleviate that and get something bigger. So I don't know if we're gonna build do away with this little shed and build something bigger right here, or if possibly we also have, let me walk back here. There's a lot of our gear, tools and stuff. So, or possibly even build something back here in this area to work in. We also have this little pad back here we built that we do work back here some. It has a drain in it, and we'll sit up back here and do some work as well. So a lot of the heads that you saw out in that shed are for a wild game processor that's local here to us. And how that works is if somebody comes in to drop off their deer to have the meat processed, that processor offers skull mounts, but they don't do it themselves. They give it to us and we do it for them. We do it at a significant discount to what we charge customers off the street because they're giving us such a quantity. And we do our process on it and then take it back to them, and when that customer comes to pick up their meat, most of the time the head's ready as well and they can pick them both up, and then the processor marks up what we charge them and they make money on the deal. So we make money, they make money, and it's good for everybody. So so that's how that works. So I know I'm kind of rambling. I just wanted to make a video to show y'all kind of what we do. And like I said, my main motivation for doing this is to motivate you to maybe come up with a side hustle. Being able to do this for us, being a one-income family, it's a very much of a blessing for us to have that extra money coming in, that extra income coming in. This time of year is really hectic for us. We don't get to see our friends and family a whole lot. The kids are here with us, but our extended family we don't get to see much. We don't have much of a social life. We pretty much are here working when we have spare time, but it's only a seasonal thing, which we just keep reminding ourselves that throughout the season, that it's going to come to an end soon, and then we'll be, get some rest and be back to normal. But I hope to motivate you to maybe find your own side hustle, and whatever that may be, whatever you're into, look for ways to maybe do what you like to do and also make income while doing it. So if you have any questions about what we do, I've got tons of older videos, like I said before, in our playlist. There's a taxidermy playlist, and go in there, and a lot of the videos, I have people message me all the time asking questions. A lot of times unfortunately I'm pressed for time and I have to say, I'm sorry, go watch the videos, it'll answer the questions you're asking. Sometimes I try to answer them, but if there is any questions that you have that I haven't covered, feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'll try to answer that for you. That's the best way to communicate with me. I've got videos on the best tools to use, the processes to use, specific individual processes up inside the big process, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so I hope this motivates y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We're getting so close to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and on Facebook I think we're getting really close to 5,000 followers on Facebook. So we are humbled that so many people are interested in what we do, and we want to keep bringing that content to you. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to see, please let us know. A few months, we'll be back in the springtime, and we'll be back to doing projects here on the homestead. I've got several projects already, a list going of things we need to do. Already planning on getting another feeder pig as soon as it warms up. Working on some buying a cow, in the process of that. Lots of stuff, lots of fun stuff coming this spring. So, and then we'll be doing some fishing for sure, probably some camping videos, stuff like that, and then probably ought to have 1 or 2 more hunting videos coming to you before the season's over. So, but like I said, please subscribe. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the positive comments. I would say for every 100 comments we get, 99 of them are positive, and there'll be one in there somebody's just being a jerk. But we put ourselves out there so we can handle it. We're used to it. So thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again.